And we're live.
Hey, you know me, good old retro Scotty in John's house.
Yeah. And
In the hizzy.
yeah, we haven't done a one-on-one in a while, and I
Yeah,
figured why not? It'd be fun to sort of kick back and talk about movies,
yeah, why
answer
not?
people in the chat. For people that are watching that want to ask questions, we got Scotty in here.
Yep, I see that Alex is in there. What's going on, my good friend? And I see that Matt was here earlier. I don't know if he's still in there. Do you know how many people are watching, just out of curiosity?
Right now we're at one,
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
but I'm sure people that I was letting people know, hey, we're going to continue on with Scotty in a separate stream, and here we are. So yeah, I think we may have done a one-on-one before, but I can't remember when's the last time that we did one-on-one.
101. You mean if something like this, for example?
Yeah,
It might have been a few years. I know we did, a few live commentaries, but that was just what was the last one we? Oh yeah, it was Gunman. I think that was the last commentary that you and I did together.
yeah, that was on your channel, right?
Yeah, that was definitely on my channel.
And so I don't know what we got to do next. Like we're just kind of throwing ideas around and what kind of
Yeah,
commentaries.
figuring out which schedule works the best and whatnot. And believe it or not, I'm going to be starting a second job at some point, maybe this week, but I'll let you know. Going forward, I just want to definitely make some more money again and definitely save up and just get a much better place down the road. I would like that to be a house, but I know that's going to be maybe somewhat impossible with the way the inflation and housing prices are. I mean, I thought about even getting some kind of those those Amazon homes that
Yeah,
those, but I've heard some mixed reviews about that. They're not exactly made with the best materials. You have to deal with land, and that's not cheap either. So
hmm it's funny you mentioned that. That's kind of what my girlfriend's been talking about doing is like getting like a small house or something, like one of
that
those
tiny
little
home, that's
package homes.
yeah. I mean, I know some of them will have like a kitchen and a bathroom already in there, but you might have to get some professional people to kind of, I don't know, assemble it and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. So have you watched anything lately?
Well, I said in the chat, if we're talking movie wise and recent, theater wise, I saw the Deadpool and Wolverine flick, and I'll say this: it was definitely entertaining for sure. It was enjoyable. Uh, the strongest point of the film was definitely Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, especially Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I felt like this is probably one of his strongest performances as Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say that. Would you say it's his best, or you feel like it's kind of tied with maybe, let's say, X2 or Days of Future Past or something like that?
I would say it was his best performance. I mean, as much as I liked Logan,
Yeah,
I thought, yeah,
it's a
his
depressing type of movie. So yeah,
yeah, his performance here definitely was the heart of the film. Like if he wasn't in the film, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much.
probably so. I mean, that whole monologue where he basically just shit talks Deadpool and actually made Deadpool go quiet. That's one hell of a monologue, and you almost can say it's almost Oscar worthy caliber right there.
Yeah,
Just that monologue scene alone.
he. I mean, Deadpool's Deadpool, but Wolverine added a whole new like. I mean, him being there was just made the
Yeah,
film that much better.
he definitely added a huge dynamic to the film for sure. He was really just the whole. He was basically the beacon that carries that whole film pretty much throughout. And
And and I see we have a couple of people watching, but what are your thoughts on the cameos? I mean, that's pretty much it's already out.
sadly,
So we're not spoiling anything.
sadly, to be honest, before I even saw it in theaters, I kind of knew about the cameras because someone actually uploaded the movie on YouTube, except for the credits. Someone actually uploaded it, and I was like, "Was this real?" So I decided, and before I acquired it and downloaded it, um, I actually watched it. I was like, "Holy shit, this is for real!" But I got it right before it was more than likely taken down. So, but damn, the cameos. Uh, the best cameo definitely was Blade for sure because it's been what 20 years, almost 20 years since we last saw Wesley Snipes' Blade, and And definitely when that beat came in, that just fit well with it, and definitely to round it off, the little cameo with Gambit, Channing Tatum playing that role because he was always in talks for that role. They were trying to get that film going, but nothing ever came of that. So it was definitely cool to see him as Gambit. Elektra, that was interesting considering that the last film, the Elektra film bombed. It only made like 24 million in the box office.
Yeah.
And, I have to admit, considering her age, I think she's in her 50s. She still looked good, but then again, they probably de-aged her to a certain extent, more than likely.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
but yeah, the best cameo was definitely Blade for sure. Then the most funny cameo and entertaining one was probably Chris Evans as the Human Torch. So yeah,
that one kind of like I'm like, it was cool to see him in there, and I'm like, really, you kill him off? Like,
yeah. At least it wasn't as bad as the Sabretooth cameo. I mean, they hype up that fight, but it's like over like 10 seconds. So I think that was the most disappointing cameo right there to me.
Yeah, like you expected more out of a fight that we've been waiting for, a rematch 25 years later, and it's a fart in the wind.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then, of course, seeing Daphne King, she definitely grew up, and all I gotta say is wowzers, she's hot. That's what I'm just gonna leave it at that.
But someone made a comment earlier, just move under the next bridge like the rest of us.
Is this a troll?
If it is a troll, he's gone.
Just move it. Maybe he was talking about housing and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, they definitely have a great chemistry.
Yeah, they were definitely the best thing. But like I said, it had its flaws. The whole time, sacred timeline and the whole timeline being damaged could have been explained, I guess, a little better. But it's one of the drawbacks, and the little disappointing 10-second fight scene between Sabretooth and Wolverine was, it was just like if you missed that part, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of wanted a little bit more. I'm trying to think, I think for me, flaws with the film, and I get what Matt, I did see his review, and I get what he's saying. Mm-hmm. As far as the premise goes, maybe it wasn't the most well explained.
Yeah. I think the main villain, I guess she wasn't horrible. She was I guess she was passable, but she wasn't exactly, she was kind of meh at best, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And I mean, I knew there were cameos in it, but it was cool to see Blade. Gambit was cool, and maybe I kind of wish we could have seen more of him, and maybe he'll come back in the future.
Yeah, definitely would be nice to see if Disney is really going to be learning something and turning the tide, at least in the Marvel sense, and give Wesley Snipes, at least one more Blade film. I think he deserved that much.
Yeah, and I would love to see that. I mean, I thought at one point, like Ben Affleck's, he was going to come back as Daredevil, but it just never happened. I guess maybe I've heard one or two things. It was scheduling, or he just didn't want to come back.
Yeah, I think there was a rumor about that, I guess, and like he was asked, but I guess, like you said, nothing ever came of it. Maybe he was just too busy, or they just didn't have time. I know that supposedly Halle Berry was maybe going to be asked, was in consideration, but because she apparently, I guess, knows Blake Lively, or at least had a conversation with her that supposedly maybe she would have liked to have been in it if Ryan had asked her, but Ryan never asked Halle Berry to be in the movie as Storm. So yeah.
Oh wow, okay. I know she celebrated a birthday recently.
So that would have been interesting to see Storm in there, but maybe they'll save it for a different one. I wonder if, since we saw the little cameo on the TV screen with Deadpool and Thor, maybe we might get something like that possibly.
Yeah, you wonder where that's leading to. I know they're making 2 more Avengers movies because now Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's different and unexpected, but I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. might give it his all, but it just seems kind of like left field and out of nowhere. But
Hmm.
I guess we'll see. I'm not going to say it's horrible, but it just really came out of nowhere. But I agree with what Gobble said. I'd say like a 75, 80%. It definitely has its flaws. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a fun roller coaster for sure.
What would you say is another flaw with the movie?
Um, I think going back to, I was wondering, could we at least know what happened to Cable or Russell? Figure out, or even Domino. It would have been nice to see what happened because we got what was it, Shatterstar in the early part of the movie,
Yeah.
but we didn't see those others. That's kind
Hmm.
of weird. I mean, I can understand why they got Peter because it seemed like Deadpool was very fond of Peter and loved Peter to death. That's why apparently all the other which I thought was funny, was those hundreds of Deadpools. Apparently, Peter is like their ultimate rock in those in
Yeah.
those multiverse Deadpools. Apparently, from what I found out, that there was a Blake Lively. I think she voiced the Lady Deadpool, and I think Matthew McConaughey was the cowboy Deadpool, which was interesting. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a film that I would still give like an 8 out of 10. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
8 out of 10.
it's entertaining enough, but and it offers a lot of satisfying moments. But even after watching it for the first time, when I did see it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, as much as I enjoyed it, there's something missing, or maybe I expected more returns, more cameos, and I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think that was another, the whole plot line, the whole time dimension, multiverse, uh, the sacred timeline, the timeline fading. Maybe that could have been thoroughly explained a little better. Maybe we might get a director's cut of that. Who knows? And the villain was, I wouldn't say horrible, but was kind of below average at best, meh.
Yeah.
And some of the certain other characters I think should have been at least they could have come at the end, like that's what I believe Matt was talking about, like Domino and Cable and Russell. Because if I recall, Deadpool wasn't exactly fond of Shatterstar, so I guess who knows. But what I also really liked about the film, and I'm trying to see if I remember and don't blank on it. Um, Damn it, I freaking forgot. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Maybe it might come back to me, but um, I can't even remember now.
No. What are your thoughts on Sasquatch?
slash I don't know. Oh, if maybe if the rock the band member from Guns N' Roses, uh, you know, if they make a movie about him and they turn him into Sasquatch, maybe that'd be fun entertainment right there. I
Well, I
don't know.
think there's like, yeah, because he's asking about Bigfoot horror
Okay,
movies.
Bigfoot. I don't really watch a whole lot of those films. Sally Alter.
Okay, it is a Bigfoot. See, I'm not, and I'm not really all that familiar with what's out there right now in terms of Bigfoot horror. For me, zero.
25, 50, 75, and 100.
So what do you prefer? Like, are you like a 1 to 10 scale kind of guy, or are you like a 5 stars? What do you prefer, or you
Mm,
don't do that at all?
um, I can deal with either or. So it's all
Okay.
good. I'm just trying to remember what there was a good thing that I thought was important that I liked about Deadpool, and I'm just blanking on it now.
Mm,
Maybe it'll come back soon,
you
hopefully.
mean like Wolverine suit, like the mask and all that?
Well, that was one of them. It was cool to see the mask and the way he put on there. Definitely they did a good job on designing that. I got to give it that.
Mhm. It was a great moment, and yeah, that was a lot of fun to get to see that. It took 25 years, but here we are, finally. We get them in yellow, like the yellow spandex.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's like Deadpool said, that took like 20 freaking years.
Why can't we have a Loch Ness monster horror movie?
Who knows? Maybe they're not as popular.
Blame the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, that too. I guess Sci-Fi Asylum. Who knows? Hmm.
I would have seen. Give me that film. Can we still have that film?
Van Damme versus the Abominable Monster. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely would pay some money to see that.
I mean, I know he can't do a helicopter kick now, but you know what? If he made a film where him versus Sasquatch, I'll watch it.
Yep, he can throw some punches.
Yeah. What if Bigfoot was in Shrek 5? Yeah.
I don't know. I guess Shrek would have to be the survival of the fittest type of guy. Who knows?
Yeah, he's the king of the swamp, and Bigfoot would have to go through several layers of ogre.
Yeah, he probably would have to drain the swamp, I suppose.
Yeah, drain the swamp of ogres.
Yeah. Shrek versus the Bigfoot. Shrek versus Bigfoot. That's what it would
Get out of my swamp. Can you imagine him
be.
yelling at Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I think Bigfoot would win, though. He would, as a Bigfoot, he could stick up Shrek's ass.
Yeah. That wouldn't be surprising.
There's no way that would ever happen. I mean, I love Dead Pit, but I don't think,
Who exactly is Dead Pit? I don't know.
Yeah, Dead Pit, the horror radio show that's on YouTube with Uncle Bill and the Creepy Kentuckian.
I'm not familiar with them, so I can't really say much.
Oh, yeah, Matt's been on their streams. I know Stuntman Mark has been on quite a few of his streams, or their streams. And, yeah, they put out some good videos. I'm subscribed to them, and I'm a little surprised that you haven't. I mean, like, you haven't heard of them.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them, sadly, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I remembered. I like how it took some shots at Fox, especially when you see the 20th Century Fox logo in the sand. That's what happens. Fox has fallen. How the almighty Fox has fallen.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, hold on, it's my dad.
That's funny. My dad should be here at home soon, eventually. So.
Okay, we're good.
And it also took some shots at Disney too, which I thought was fun, especially since he kept saying that Marvel hasn't been good in like 5 years or so since Endgame.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Marvel hasn't been worth a spit.
Yeah. I mean, I did see Thor Love and Thunder, but I only saw it once in the theater. I thought it has its moments, but I remember the best thing about that was Christian Bale, and he probably should have been in the film more.
Exactly. I mean, I can't remember that film now. Like, I saw it when it came out and liked Christian Bale in it, but it was just not poorly written. Thor's, again, a joke. And it's just, do you think with this film making now $1 billion, it's going to change anything, or it's just going to be more of the same?
Well, maybe, hopefully I'd like to think this may convince Disney, at least on the Marvel side of things, that, hey, you got to make some high quality entertainment, not try to, go for agenda driven messages or make the Marvel the MCU or try to weaken strong, male characters, especially if they're white, if that's the case. That's blatant racism if you want to try to down the superheroes that are male and white and stuff like that, which I think is beyond fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
my biggest concern going in, I thought they were going to make Logan like a complete and total failure, which I guess he kind of was. Maybe that's kind of like another flaw, but I guess that's a different universe. That wasn't what happened in the Fox universe, if we want to go by that.
Yeah, they would think too, like, okay, after this movie, we can get a little bit of a break, but it's like, oh, we got a 10-year plan. We got a new Captain America, but he's not Captain America movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
We got Avengers 4 and 5. We got whatever's coming out, Fantastic Four next year. And it's like we can't get a break. Like they're saying, oh, fatigue is not real. Yes, it is real.
Yeah, because I haven't really seen much of the Marvel cinematic films for quite some time. The one time I saw a Marvel film more than once was Avengers Endgame, because I didn't see the Eternals, I didn't see the New Mutants. I know that it was going to be rated R, but it went through so many re-edits and stuff like that, ended up being PG-13. And then, of course, speaking of what Mr. D-Man at 21 has said, he mentioned I heard the director was just recently fired. The reshoots. That's what I've heard supposedly. That's the case, then that movie's going to be in humongous trouble for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what about the Red Hulk? I'm sorry, people will say, "What about the Red Hulk?" It's just
interesting color, but what's so special about the Red Hulk? Is he going to really go extremely angry, do so much smashing that he ends up smashing up the White House?
I guess.
I see that Wild Man's in the chat too. Saw him, greetings, and then he mentions something about the very last comment: Captain America. Well, I guess he meant Captain America is not Captain America. It's just Falcon with his colors. So yeah.
I mean, we all know Harrison Ford becomes the Red Hulk in this movie. So is that what happens when Harrison Ford gets a crappy check? He hulks out into the Red Hulk.
Yeah, apparently it's coming out Valentine's Day, which is interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, Marvel is going to need some hits to truly get back on track.
Yeah.
But hello, Wild Man. So we got Wild Man in here. I think right now we
didn't care about Captain America 4. I don't care about it either. If it's not, if they just retitle it, Falcon New World Order or something like that, I could at least buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he doesn't get his weed, he's going to turn red. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
He'll turn extremely red. Give me my weed, you fuckfaces.
Yeah, if he if he doesn't land a plane properly, he hulks out.
Oh yeah, Wildman just said he just saw Alien Romulus. So how was it? I'm curious about the film. I want to believe that the look of it looks nice. Visually it does look great. I'll give it that. But I'm just wondering, how is it overall? Would you say it's better than Prometheus, Alien Covenant, or pretty much on par with those films?
It's got to be better than Covenant. Come on, Wild Man.
Or Alien Cumcatcher or Cumquatch, I believe is what you called it.
Yeah, I saw Alien. I have not seen Prometheus, but I have seen Alien Covenant, which is weird. But
at least I can say about Prometheus, it's visually stunning. I'll give it that. But it just feels like it just didn't really quite hit its potential like it should have. Okay, he said that not bad, impressive, and better than Prometheus and Covenant.
Interesting.
Would you say it's better than The Predator?
Okay. Anything's better than The Predator. Come on.
I just want to make sure. Or how better than Prey, because a lot of people praise Prey, and I've yet to see it. It honestly just looked mediocre. Maybe not as bad as Predator, but not much better.
I still haven't seen Prey.
That's an interesting comment. Romulus, because of Romulans and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, The Predator is definitely the worst. It was a fun, straightforward thrill ride, according to Wildman. So yeah.
Okay, which is
he said it was way better than Prey. So
is Predators worse than The Predator?
What we talk about?
Predator is the one with Adrian Brody.
Predators. Predators is 15 times better than The Predator. I'm sorry. Say what you will about Adrian Brody, but he's a fuckload better than
Boyd Holbrook.
Boyd Holbrook. Boyd Holbrook was originally going to be in Terminator Genesis as Kyle Reese. I don't know if you would have thought he was any better or not, or about the same.
I don't know about that. Apparently, it's a rumor too that he's going to be the next Harvey Dent in like the Batman 2. Like he may not be
He's not good
Two-Face.
enough to be. I'll be honest. He's not good enough to be in that role. Maybe he could be Harvey Dent's side bitch hitchman or something like that. Side bitch.
Yeah, his secretary. Yeah,
He is secretary.
his male secretary.
I saw a little clip about Harrison Ford, some kind of short little clip on YouTube. I don't know if it was about that or something else. I have to go look that up.
I mean,
Maybe they'll
because they'll ask him about, what was it like to work on this movie? And this is the universe blank, 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 or whatever. And then Harrison Ford's like, I'm just doing it for the check. I'm doing it for the money. They pay me enough. That seems to be his answer for every interview now. Well, I got paid. Yeah. It's like they ask him these questions that he's not going to have the answer for. And he's not going to know. He's not on the up and up when it comes to, Marvel.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I agree with what Wyman said on the very end. He's a bit of a grumpy fuck lately. He might as well be the grumpy Hulk.
Yeah, because they paid him a lot of money to be in this new Captain America.
But Wyman's on more on Alien Romulus. He said it had some great jump scares. They did a really good job of comparing it to the first two. Wasn't it supposed to take place between Alien and Aliens? So it's kind of like a bridge in between.
Yeah, someone created like a timeline. Like, here's how to watch all the Alien films in order, including this one. But I don't know the timeline of Romulus.
Well, like I said, it's set somewhere between Alien and like after Alien and then before Aliens, I think. Oh, that's what I've heard. So, and then Wildman said something about Harrison Ford. Should I say Smoky Hulk?
Yeah.
He just got put on the hat, and he'll definitely be the Smoky Hulk, Smoky Hulky Bear.
Yeah, just give him $1 million and some CBD.
Only you can prevent weed fires.
Yeah, get off my weed.
Yes. Yo, yeah, get off my weed, you low-life peasants. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he probably has low T. Probably the filming of Dial of Dialysis probably took that out of him.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Harrison Ford with the mustache in a movie?
I'm trying to think if I have. I don't think I have. If I did, it's been a while.
I would say my least favorite film he's ever done was The Mosquito Coast.
Well, that was the least favorite film you liked him in?
Yeah, because his character is such a dick in that movie.
Well, he admit he gave a pretty good performance as one. He was similar. He was playing a character that was kind of like really disillusioned with American society. So you got to give Ford some credit on that. I think that's the character he was going for. So I mean they would later remake it in some like small little TV miniseries with Justin. What I forget.
Theroux?
Huh?
Is that how you say his name? Justin Theroux? No.
Yeah, Justin Theroux. Yeah, that guy. I didn't even watch it. I actually have Mosquito Coast on DVD. It's definitely well acted. Yeah, Ford doesn't exactly play the most likable character, but he gives a generally good performance. And Ford himself has said that's basically his favorite movie that he's done in his career. So you also have a young River Phoenix in there, Helen Mirren.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A couple years out of 2010, she was just starting to get noticed and all that stuff. Yeah, and Martha Plimpton, I believe, was also in it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a couple of years.
Yeah, they also worked together in Little Nikita, I think. So, yeah.
Now, I mean, Harrison Ford has played kind of villain parts before, like in What Lies Beneath.
Yeah, and he was good in that, too.
Yeah, I liked him in that. Like, why do you think he could have played more villain roles?
It's possible, but I guess because he's so he's used to being, Indiana Jones or playing some kind of likable. He sort of was not exactly a likable character in Garden Henry. I mean, he was an attorney, but he was a bit of a dickhead. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good film. Like, And Witness is a great movie. I mean, it's
Hmm.
totally different from
Yeah, but I guess
regarding
people
humor.
didn't want to separate his, hero persona from what he can do. If he were to go to more of a versatile type of career. So yeah, and of
Um,
course, Wild Man, you definitely gave some praise to Helen Mirren. Yeah, I just discovered and watched her on the episode of Twilight Zone from back in the '80s. Huh, I didn't know she was on an episode of Twilight Zone. Yeah, she was good looking back in her day. You know,
what if he catches?
maybe he might act. Well, he might try to knock out Chris Tucker, but he might he might get bruised or break a joint in his bones, and instead of Chris Rock, I mean not Chris Rock, Chris Tucker would knock him in and say, "You got knocked the fuck out, old man." That's what he probably would say.
Harrison. I mean, I think it's just he's old and he's just
This old grumpy.
everything
Yeah,
now's for a check.
I just wish that if he was a few years younger, I would go back and do one more. I would suggest we do one more Indiana Jones film, end on a good note, retcon the death of his son, and he gets his son back, fights off a villain that is very personal to him, gets defeats him, and everyone has a happily ever after. That's what I want.
A worthy part 5.
Yeah, kind of like how think of it as like Star Trek 6: The Undiscovered Country, a nice redemptive film that that the previous entry, like Star Trek 5: The Final Frontier, it was considered the worst Star Trek film at the time. It's going on for 35 years,
Yeah, and
But I
Uncle
don't
Buck.
have a huge problem with Star Trek 5, even if
I
it's
was, I was getting ready to mention Uncle Buck has celebrated his 35th today,
Mhm.
and I mean, I have a little bit of a bias there, but what a great year for movies.
Oh yeah, I just wish I would have seen more, because I did see Star Trek 5. That was the very first movie I saw in theaters. Um, saw it at a defunct General Cinema theaters. They were long gone since 2002. But man, my grandma taking me to see that movie was so cool.
Yeah,
And
I
it
was
had
going
to be
to
the
ask.
summer of that year for sure. Like maybe
Yeah,
late summer, early summer, or maybe midsummer. I don't remember. Yeah,
in
1989.
19, yeah, that's my favorite year for obvious
The year you
reasons.
were born as well too, right?
Yeah, but the year of the Bat, the year of Uncle Buck,
Yeah,
Bill and
you're
Ted, the Burbs,
Back to the Future Part 2,
Lethal Weapon 2,
License to Kill.
Kickboxer. Your turn.
Trying to think of other. I haven't seen it, but you know what? Since it was the later film that came out, Tango and Cash,
Roadhouse.
fun. Yeah, Roadhouse.
The Burbs.
You mentioned the Burbs, yeah,
Oh yeah, Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah.
yeah. How can I forget? Good old Terry Kisser as Bernie, playing a dead guy for a good majority of the film.
Yeah. Cyborg.
Oh yeah, Cyborg, huh?
Favorite years 94. Yeah, great year 95.
How can I forget Leviathan? We did a commentary of that.
Yeah, The Abyss.
Deep Star 6. And yeah, I finally got. Yeah, and speaking of the Abyss, I know you were discussing Cameron earlier. Out of the recent 4K Blu-rays, that one is I would suggest you still get it because it is the best looking out of the three. It's not as waxed up or AI to a point where it's one image looks so great or one looks so blurred out where AI doesn't even recognize a face in a particular shot in the background and all that. So yeah, I guess if you want to ask my opinion on the whole James Cameron saying that we need to get out of our mom's basements or some bullshit like that, how about you kiss my ass, James Cameron? You're not the fucking king of the world anymore.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cammy, I don't know what to fucking think of you anymore when you say that shit. Are you going to suggest I live in a basement if I don't, buy your dolled up, waxed up bullshit that you decided to sell, except for the Abyss?
Here's the guy that warned about AI in his Terminator films, but
yeah,
he techs off on the AI in his 4K restorations.
Yeah, your AI ego versions are like Alex said, keen of the ego. Yeah, definitely keen of the ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he contradicts himself on things. Like he'll say, like maybe this, like he was praising Terminator Genesis, that said it was like the third best Terminator film or something like that.
Yeah, he's a flip flopper.
And then later he went on and said it was crap. And then I remember, strangely enough, he wasn't exactly for the idea of Alien versus Predator. But then I think that's where I got confused. Apparently, he said that Alien versus Predator was like the third best of the Alien movies or something like that. I
And
think.
didn't he say he liked Dark Fate, and then when it came out, he changed his mind again?
Yeah, he flip flops. He might as well be he's Jim Flip Flopper, Flip Flopper
Yeah,
Jim, Flip Flopper cunt.
flip flopper Cammy.
Yeah, Flip Flopper Cammy. Yeah, Cammy Flip Flopper. Maybe there should be a little story or mockumentary about Cammy Flip Flopper.
Yeah, and him slobbing on that Avatar knob.
And yeah, him and his avatar. He's so in love with that universe. He might as well just create a character of his own, do his own avatar, and join that universe. Maybe
Yeah.
he can be like Job from Lawnmower Man, create the ultimate, avatar universe in virtual reality, and disintegrate and go in there. Maybe
What's
that
that?
maybe that could be your fucking basement, Jimmy Cammy. That's what you should probably do.
Well, Wildman knows. I mean, the most quotable line that Wildman Beyond ever delivered about Jimmy Cammy. Come on, Wildman, put it. Let us know in the chat that what you said in the past about
Maybe
James.
he should go ahead and smoke some weed with Harrison Ford, since he's a grumpy old asshole too, right?
I think weed might make it worse for Cameron. I mean, you think he's on his ego trip now?
Yeah,
Imagine him
maybe
on weed.
he'll think that him being on weed would make him more of an efficient director. Yeah, I'm gonna go. What was it? Jake, and what was the character's name of Zoe Saldana? I forget now.
I don't know.
Jake and we'll just call Jake and N up and smoke. That's what he should probably do if he's smoking the good weed.
Yep. It's going to take a lot of weed to pump out 3 more avatars.
He probably think he can do 3 avatars in 2 years, probably.
Yeah. Why does he want to continue this? Fire and Ash. Avatar, Fire and Ash. I mean,
Fire and Ash, yeah.
yeah, because I want this franchise to burn. I don't think anybody really cares.
Is it the new trailer? Is it the new animated one? Or is
No,
he
no,
having
like
or is it
at
something
this,
else?
I guess at one of the Disney expos, like they showed like a tease for the Avatar 3. It's called Avatar Fire and Ash.
Hmm.
So whenever that's coming out.
I don't know. Yeah, Titanic really got through to him because of the time '97. He was the king of the world, the king of assholes, probably.
Yeah, I think there's something to it. Like this guy has been on what 54 dives to the Titanic.
Yeah,
Like,
why doesn't he just tie the knot with the fucking Titanic? Maybe that's what he should do.
well, you would think like after so many times diving, down what 12,000 feet 54 times, that probably does some mess to your brain. That's not good for you.
I don't know. Maybe he's thinking of a long lost love on the Titanic. I guess I don't know.
He might as well join the Titanic. He might as
Yeah,
well.
that's why I said maybe he should tie the knot with the Titanic.
Maybe one day when he'll go back down to the Titanic, he'll smoke a blunt on the submersible and try to get on.
Harrison Ford would be along for the ride.
Yeah.
Wait up, Jimmy. I'll join you on the deep dive down. And like Alex said, he drowned like Jason.
And then James Cameron can lay on the couch and be like, "Draw me like one of your French girls."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an image in there. Jimmy Cameron would sing his own "Come Hold" like the Titanic.
I mean, for the 5 people that are watching, does anybody look forward to Avatar 3? And if you do, why? I mean, I'm not going to judge you or ask you 20 questions. I'm just curious.
I'll say this about the sequel: it was visually stunning. but it just, I don't know, just the whole. I guess maybe the whole plot of it was a bit predictable in sense, and yeah,
Mr. Grizzy.
good visual artist. That's all I can say. But it seems like he's losing his marbles in terms of storytelling. And
Have you heard of Mr. Grizzy? This YouTuber.
no, I mean I've heard some people that I've heard of. Let's say I've heard of Nerderotic. Never really watched any of his stuff. I've heard of Overlord DVD.
I think he lost his marbles when he after 15 dives to the Titanic.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, we all know what happened last year.
I like how Alex said, "Hey, he refused to call him Cammy because Cammy from Street Fighter is a babe." That's true. Isn't she the blonde one? I'm just trying to remember if that's who it was. If it's the blonde, it's the fine ass blonde babe. Then hell yeah.
The only thing I can agree with Cameron,
just to make sure I'm getting this right.
I was going to say the only thing that I can agree with Cameron on is when he was making, like last year when he commented on the Ocean Gate.
Okay, yeah, right. I was right. That? She's the blonde.
Yeah,
the pigtails. Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure, Alex. I want to make sure I was correct on that. Yeah, you know what, Mr. D-Man, that probably would be a better movie. They find the Stargate and they encounter maybe they encounter a different version of Ra, the Water God.
Yeah,
something.
Oh no, we've had. I mean, if you think about it, James Cameron. I mean, if you put James Cameron and Stargate together, it's Dune. I mean, in a way.
Yeah.
James Cagney, yeah. James Cameron doesn't believe in editing. He doesn't.
That's James Cameron for you.
Like, why do you think? I mean, obviously, he's not going to. I can't imagine him directing anymore after this third one. But why is it he's so fixated on the future of Avatar?
I don't know. I guess maybe because it involves water, and maybe that's why he's obsessed with it. Maybe he wants to be swimming with the Na'vi. Maybe he wants to be the Na'vi. Maybe he wants to Maybe he secretly wants to transition into the Na'vi. Maybe that's what it was.
It just,
right? Or like Alex said, he's probably fixated on technology.
Least favorite Ghostbusters film?
It'd probably be 2016, right?
Yeah, my favorite is the original, and least favorite is the 2016 one. I did watch Frozen Empire, and it was kind of middle, meh.
Would you say it's about the same as Afterlife? Or would you say it's slightly better or about the same?
I thought it was slightly better, and I'll get into my review of that. Like Dan Aykroyd has a little bit more to do. I thought there was some creative direction and visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I think the villain was a little bit better, but I don't care for the main characters.
I can kind of understand that. I mean, I guess we're supposed to somewhat relate to Phoebe. Is it Phoebe? I think is her character's name.
Yeah, Phoebe.
Yeah, because she's going through changes. She's then demoted or taken off the team because of her, her being a minor and all that.
Stupidity in the movie.
Yeah, the stupidity.
Yeah.
And I felt like the other supporting characters, they don't really seem to do a whole lot, especially Lucky. I'm like, couldn't you have had somebody else instead of her in the movie or something like that?
Yeah.
How the hell does she even become involved with the paranormal studies? Because she didn't strike me as that type of character. And, I mean, Finn, I wouldn't say he is bad, but I feel like he's not really given much to work with. He just really he just tries to go after Slimer a few times, and of course he gets slimed.
Yeah. I thought the one character that I'm like, okay, this guy isn't bad. If there was one character I didn't mind, was the Lars character. He had the glasses. He's kind of like in the laboratory. He wasn't in. He didn't have many scenes, but he was part of the group.
Is that
And
Patton Oswalt's character or something?
no, Frozen Empire. He was the guy kind of working on the machine.
Okay, it's been a while since I've seen it. Um, I know that. What about the new character? The one that was like, the forget, I forget that actor's name is. The other one that was like the nephew of the. I can't remember his name. The one that supposedly had the ability to create fire.
Oh God. Oh, the Fire Master.
The Fire Master,
Oh,
yeah.
that whole subplot. I'm like, I didn't really care for that. Maybe if you had a better actor.
What you mean a better actor for that role?
Like maybe if you had a better comic actor for that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just not a fan of that actor.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, his part was kind of meh at best, honestly. But I wonder if there's maybe a way to make a third one and make it better. Like maybe not have Jason Reitman involved, but let's say get someone else. Like, hey, I know this is going to sound strange, but hey, get Steven Summers to direct something like that. I think a Ghostbusters movie. I think you bring some entertainment back into that. Just like I feel like if not Ghostbusters, I'd bring him back for a 6 Indiana Jones film if they were to make one. Bring Summers into there. Give Indiana his redemption movie and just end it there.
I was gonna say like Frozen Empire feels more in tone with the Ghostbusters movie than it does like Afterlife. Like doesn't have that. Like this one feels more in tone. So
That's
maybe
why a lot of people say it feels more like a Ghostbusters, especially since it's kind of based on an episode of the cartoon or something like that.
Yeah. It's like if you're trying to build up these main characters, it's almost like you gotta like if you take Afterlife, take the first half of that and take out the second half and you just plug this movie in. Like Afterlife introduced these characters, but I don't care about them. Frozen Empire was a little bit better handled, but I still don't care about these characters. It's just the originals have more to do, like more screen time here.
Yeah, it was nice. It was definitely. I agree. It's nice to see Dan Aykroyd do a bit more in the movie in comparison to what was done with him, and because he only came in there like in the last 30 minutes or so, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And also, definitely nice to see Ernie Hudson in the film a bit more. Since he's the one that's, I guess, kind of, isn't he the one that created that whole paranormal research team or something? I think it was. It's been a long time since I've seen it, so.
And Bill Murray, I know, is Wild Man's Beyond's asking. I mean,
he's there. I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of brought in like an hour into the movie.
Yeah, he appears with the. Yeah, I guess I have to watch the film again. It's been months since I've seen it, so. And I think what's her face, Janine. Nice to see her do a little more and help the Ghostbusters out. Mm-hmm. I just wish we could see Rick Moranis be involved somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it would have been nice to see Sigourney Weaver, but she wasn't involved in this film at all. So yeah.
Or it's like if you're gonna have the originals there and give them more meat on the bone, so to speak, why not just, here's your movie. Here's, I know you guys can't move like you used to back in the day, but you're here. Let's just give it to the originals one last time.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Alex. He was always being an asshole and only wanting to do it if he was wanting to get killed off or something like that. The reason why the third one never got made was because he kept saying no, or he didn't want to do it, or he wanted to be killed off in the very first opening scene or something like that. So he was being a bit of a dick and grumpy, and of course he, for whatever reason, kind of didn't talk to Harold Ramis for a good number of years or something.
Yeah, because of Groundhog Day.
Yeah, something happened. I don't know what made. I don't know if he said something personal or there was something that him and Harold disagreed on something. I don't think it was ever really made clear about that, which it would be nice to know why. I think even Harold Ramos's daughter was basically saying "what the fuck" at one point too.
Yeah. Excuse me. I think I thought Harrison, not Harrison. I thought Harold Ramis was like going through a divorce or something on Groundhog Day, and like Bill Murray wasn't really cooperating or kind of being difficult to work with,
Hmm.
and that didn't really help matters.
Yeah. What? Wait a minute. What was it? Wasn't Bill Murray going through a divorce, or was it Harold that was going through a
It was
divorce?
one of them. That's what I'm saying. I'm a little bit fuzzy if it was Harold or Bill, or maybe been Harold. I don't know.
And Sally for Cobra Kai for Cobra Kai season 6 part 1. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to definitely get catching up to that. So yeah.
I still got one more episode to watch, Wild Man. So, like when it premiered, we watched the first 5 episodes of part 1, but we just haven't watched the last episode for some reason.
And Wildman asked about what I think. What do we think of Walter Peck being back?
It just, I don't know, just I
Yeah,
like
but
that
it was
actor.
nice. It was
Yeah,
what?
I was like, I like the actor. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it was nice to see him, but I felt like he didn't really add much to the story.
Yeah,
They could have at least had him, help with something. I think
yeah,
would have been nice. It also felt like it seemed like there were certain scenes that were cut that seemed like it kind of felt rushed and all that. And then Wildman mentioned there was a deleted scene with Bill Murray. So, I mean, was there? I'm assuming there are other deleted scenes on the Blu-ray or 4K, whichever one it is. Um,
yeah. Mark Moranis is gone.
yeah, so he's supposedly done with that crap, huh? He's done with Ghostbusters, huh? Or done with movies in general. Didn't he like retire? Maybe
Yeah,
he's
he was gonna do. He was
family.
gonna start filming Honey I Shrunk, the new kids movie, but he got jumped on the street, and I think it's just he's like, I'm done.
Yeah, I heard about that. Did they eventually catch the guy that did that?
Yeah,
His ass should be in fucking jail for assault.
you don't touch Rick Moranis, damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, rest in peace, Harold Ramis.
Yep. Exactly. It's been what, 10 years now? I think 10 years. I think he
Yeah,
died
10
back in
years.
2014.
Yeah, and Robin Williams has been 10 years since he's passed away.
Yeah. 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 He should be locked up. Fuck that piece of shit. I'm do a cheers. Fuck that piece of shit. Mm. I'd like to see you get knocked out from behind, you prick.
Really? Was it Kevin Costner's Horizon 2 was supposed to come out today? Or Chapter 2?
Yeah, I could have swore I heard it got pushed back or it was removed completely. I don't know if it's pushed back another date or maybe it's going straight to streaming or something like that. The first one didn't do all that great.
Yeah, like, why didn't he go straight to streaming?
I guess it wouldn't surprise me.
Like, he was adamant about making this a big cinematic event, and it's
Yeah,
just
then I heard supposedly he was making this because he didn't want to pay his ex-wife or something like that. Like he sunk his own little funds into this or something.
yeah,
I
man,
don't
I
know if
don't know
it's
how
true.
much.
Oh yeah, August 11th. Yeah, it's 10 years. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. I was really shocked when I heard about that.
Yeah, I remember where I was too because I was at work and I couldn't believe the news, and I told somebody Robin Williams passed away, and they're like, "Who?" I'm like, "Really? Voice of the Genie?" Like, I had to explain to somebody who Robin Williams was. But again, this is like 10 years ago. Like, I'm the only one at work that I was working at Walmart at the time.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, new line. Interesting. Doing Mortal Kombat 2, which will come out till next year.
Yeah, I cried
Video on
too.
that.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the season so far. I know you still haven't seen Cobra Kai season 6 yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of aware of what happens on there. Sadly, wasn't part 2 supposed to come out sometime in November, or is that already out?
I think in November.
Yeah, because he was asking about part 2. And I was like, that's not supposed to come out till like November. Then part 3 is supposed to be sometime in 2025.
I think he's just done. Well, Josh Gad was wanting to do it, but now Josh Gad wants to do a sequel to Spaceballs.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that, Alex. They're doing reshoots for Mortal Kombat 2 and they're rewritings, huh? Didn't I hear that supposedly Cole gets killed and that's interesting. Unless they're going to change it. Because I don't care much for Cole.
I hope so too. I hope they kill him off in the first 2 minutes.
Just like Johnny Cage Sally got killed off in those first 2 minutes. Then I guess you can say Cage is now going to be front and center of this movie, maybe. So yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
Cole's going to beat the record. Cage got killed off in 5 minutes, and Cole's going to be killed off in 2 minutes.
Yeah, like you said, they can do it quicker.
Yeah. Come on, Cole, be the jobber.
Yeah, I heard about that. Luke Kane. Yeah. So this is Mortal Kombat Annihilation all over again. Damn.
But this time, I would support the death of Cole.
Hashtag Cole live. Cole's life doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. If he dies, he dies. In the words of
he dies. He dies.
Drago.
Sadly, it won't be Dolph Lundgren. Won't be saying that.
Turn him into coleslaw. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, John Candy passed away 30 years ago. I mean, yeah, this year.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, 94. Damn. And Wildman said something about, Alien Ramos was supposed to go to stream. Interesting.
I know Twisters is on streaming now. I mean, I guess it's available.
Yeah, I did see that film too, and it was definitely entertaining for sure. I mean, not quite as good as the first one, but it was still a fun, entertaining sequel regardless. And I know people were saying, Helen Hunt should have been in there. That would have been interesting, but I heard that she was going to probably make it woke or try to have people of different color or something like that in it. That's what I've heard, and I think Universal shut that idea quickly, so thank God they didn't do that. So
I'll see it eventually, and maybe I'll watch it soon. Next weekend I can have a little bit more time, but yeah, the weekend after I'm not going to be here.
So Carl Urban was disappointed as Johnny Cage. That's
too old to play Johnny Cage.
That's disappointing to hear.
I like Carl Urban, but I just think he's just too old. I mean, he's early 50s, right?
I think so, yeah.
Unless he's going to play up like a washed up version of Johnny Cage.
And Mr. Demon says they probably should cast Glenn Powell. That would have been interesting, I guess, because he has that American feel. But I guess in terms of martial arts, maybe Scott Adkins can pull off a Johnny Cage, right?
Yeah, Scott Adkins or...
Definitely give Lyndon Ashby a run for his money.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I was trying to think of somebody that I'm forgetting about. Yeah, I'm sure Hilary Swank will come back. They're saving the best for last.
Yes. And she will be a huge, powerful ally for Daniel's son and Chosen, and maybe Johnny.
Yeah. Top 3 Robin Williams movies. So we'll start from 3. I have to think about this.
I know Mrs. Doubtfire will be one of them, that's for sure.
I almost want to... like toys, I have to rewatch again because I haven't seen that in a long time. So I'm gonna leave that out for the time being.
I'm trying to think of another. It's hard to really narrow it down to top three.
Uh,
Um, I'm trying to think of another. Well, I don't have all this films. I know I have Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm trying to think of another one that I really grew up and that I liked.
I'm gonna say number one, Jumanji. That's probably my favorite. Number two, damn, there's so many good ones. I hate to look. Matt Thomas says Hook, Toys, Doubtfire.
I really liked him in Awakenings. He was good in that role.
Good Will Hunting is either two or three.
I haven't even fully seen Good Will Hunting, so yeah.
Cadillac Man is up there.
Gosh, what was? Yeah, it's really hard to think of a good another.
I mean, I like Hook, but it's not like a top three for me.
It's been a while since I remember. I actually did see Hook in theaters, but I never really fully watched it again since then. It's hard to believe it was back in '91.
So I'll say for the time being, number one is Jumanji, two Aladdin, and three
I
Good
put
Will.
Doubtfire as my number one,
Good Will Hunting is number three.
and what I can't. What was the second place one that I said? Oh yeah, Awakenings. He's good in that. I feel like I'm missing out on a popular one.
Flubber.
Flubber.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Flubber though. I do like Flubber. It's a fun time waster.
Yeah, he has loads of films, but I don't remember. I either watched some of it or I watched it like once before fully, and yeah, I gotta
That's a
say
good
he's
one.
good in that. I don't know if I would put him in my top three, but he is good in that movie.
Bicentennial Man, damn it. That's your number one.
I know that I know he was in. He played a serial killer in. Was it Insomnia? I think it was called.
A 1 hour photo, he was like a psychotic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. 1 hour photo. He's definitely good in that. I don't know. It's really hard to really narrow down to the top three. I'm trying. I know I have Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm trying to see if I have anything else to use it. Maybe I'll throw in Good Will Hunting just for the hell of it. You know what? No, I take it back. You know what? I'm going to throw in what Dreams May Come.
There you go. I forgot about yeah, Dead Poets is good. That's a classic. Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah,
Love
there's that
one.
too. I haven't even fully watched it.
Patch Adams.
There's Patch Adams. There was Jacob the Liar.
Yeah. Um,
He had one hell of a legacy, that's for sure. You, Mr. Robin Williams.
I've seen RV. I'm not a big fan of RV.
That's with him and John Travolta, I think, right?
Jeff Daniel.
Jeff-
The one with him and Travolta's Old Dogs.
Old Dogs, okay. I've heard of RV, but then he played some kind of priest in a movie that came out in 2007. I can't remember. It had Mandy Moore in it or something.
I don't know, but I forgot about the Birdcage.
Madonna.
The Fisher King's a great movie. I'm looking at his films. I haven't.
I've heard of the World According to Garp, and I remember that John Lithgow played a woman in that movie or something.
I like. Yeah, Cadillac Man's fun. I haven't seen Club Paradise, so there's a few that I haven't seen. Popeye's good. Yeah.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Doo-doo.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that one. I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, License to Wed? Is that it? No, License to.
License to Wed, I think that's what it was called, I'm guessing. Let me see. License to Wed, maybe that's what it was called. I'm going to look that up. License to Wed? Yep,
Yeah.
I guessed it. License to Wed.
Then, like towards the end, he did Night at the Museum 3, like I don't know. What do you think was going on? I mean, of course, we all know now, but do you think that played a part in why his career was sort of like going, like not really going up towards the end?
You mean slowly nosediving? I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. He probably had, he was working a lot, so yeah, maybe that's one of the main factors. Who really knows? I'm sure Night. I mean, Night of the Museum. I'm sure made plenty of money. I would assume. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the one film that
Oh, it's the
I
greatest dad, huh?
yeah, I saw, and then like there's a scene in the film where his son commits suicide by hanging himself from a doorknob, and I'm like, this film is just a little bit too familiar, just too.
It's too close to home.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy, but the subject matter is just too heavy and depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Cadillac Man.
I actually haven't seen it. I've heard of it, but never saw it.
Are you gonna be checking out the new Beetlejuice?
Mm, if I see it, it's gonna be cheap.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, when I get back, because I'll be out of town Labor Day or that weekend when it comes out. So maybe when I get back.
It would have been nice if Robin Williams actually had a cameo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because apparently, I guess Robin was good friends with Judith Hogg, I suppose.
Yeah, I think he was a big fan of the comics. And he's like, yeah, you got to take this part because they worked together on Cadillac Man.
Yeah. He could have been
Yeah.
like a rich businessman, like a small cameo that endorses, like if they were like they should have done the third film where the turtles are definitely starting to fully reveal themselves, and maybe they're embraced by New York as like heroes or something. Maybe that's what the third film should have been about.
Yeah, Robin could have been like the pizza
Like
delivery guy in the first
the,
movie.
not the pizza, but like the mayor or something, or
Yeah. Oh,
not,
my
not,
critters. Oh. I can't do Robin. I'm not even trying to try to do Robin Williams. Father's Day, I've heard about, but I haven't seen.
oh yeah, I forgot. I remember that movie. I forgot. Barely just. Oh shit, my camera's messing up. Oh come on, don't. Hey, I'm praising Robin Williams. I'm not dissing him. So come on, camera.
Wait, well, it's not Robin. It's James Cameron.
Oh, I went off on James Cameron.
And he's trying to hack into your stream.
Are you trying to force me to live in my basement? Well, fuck you, James, asshole, prick, Cameron.
He's
I'm
trying
not
to distort,
no basement.
he's trying to distort your face like an AI 4K
Oh
transfer.
yeah. He's trying to turn my my natural film, my natural grain webcam into a waxed up version of it, because apparently, oh yeah, I forgot to mention he hates grain with a passion for whatever reason. I understand you want an image to not be grainy, but you can't just get rid of all of it. That's like going like full Predator DNR, maybe even worse.
Yeah, James Cameron got into like a submersible and maybe he shrunk it like the Magic School Bus and got into your internet connection.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Alex saying now he's trying to make Scotty swap faces with Megan. Really, Megan Fox? I don't think so. But hey, I sadly looked. I probably still look better than Megan Fox, and at least my face is natural. She did too much plastic surgery to herself. I think she did herself dirty by trying to do too many enhancements. Oh my, what the hell?
Yeah, put you in timeout. Bye bye.
Zero. What the? Yeah, what kind of fucking account is that? Is that who on earth would make a fucking account like that?
A Cameron fan.
Shouldn't they made an account about me?
Well, some apparently a troll, you know, thinks I'm a serial killer now.
Is that maybe? I'm
People
sorry.
got, and I know you good. People just don't have lives. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're sad and miserable. Now they want to drag us through. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, and Cameron's got, fans out there.
Yeah, some fans are still willing to go down on him. That's for sure. I mean, I can appreciate James Cameron of the late '80s and in the '90s to an extent, but the way he's just dogging on fans, saying we live in our basements, he might as well, join the David Goro asshole club. I remember David Gore back in the day saying that we were all virgins or something like that if we didn't like the new Superman movies or something like that.
Yeah, but I think as far as people watching, we got still like a few people in here,
Right.
and we'll go on for another like 20 minutes, and
Okay.
that'll be close to an hour and a half. And damn it, James Cameron,
Yeah.
he's trying to
James
win.
Cameron, stop it. Yeah. I don't get it either. I guess they want them to, be wrinkle free or just free of wrinkles, I guess. Or have a bigger bust. I guess I don't know why people want to have this obsession with plastic surgery. I don't get it. This obsession with perfection.
I think Cameron's hired people to try and hack your camera and digitize and remove the grain, and so that's why you're getting static or
Yeah.
something.
David Goro equals Goyer. David Goro.
Is there anything out there like movie news that I don't know if you see anything that we can talk about for a little bit, or if people in the chat want to ask questions, we're here.
Stop it. Damn it, James Cameron. Damn it, Bobby. Maybe I should just call James Cameron Bobby. Damn it, Bobby.
Bobby Cammy.
Yeah. Damn it, Jamie.
I heard, I didn't see the trailer, but yeah, apparently
I've
there's
heard
a
something about that too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So James Cameron's going to try to replace my background with the green screen, huh?
Yeah, he wants to remove the grain, so he's trying to hack into it. And
yeah, he wants to remove my film grain from the webcam. Just let it be. Just let it be all natural. I've heard of that show, Nip Tuck. The guy that played Dr. Doom was in that show, and I heard that Famaka Johnson appeared in some episodes.
I've seen a couple of episodes of it, and it was interesting, but I mean, I never really got that much into it. But that was like the show when that was on like FX.
Yeah, not only did it bomb, but it bombed with critics too. Wow, man! Apparently, I'm shocked. It rose up in terms of Rotten Tomatoes, but it's actually only at 9%.
Okay. Did you see this about Gail Ann Hurd?
What about Gail Ann Hurd?
Producer defends James Cameron 4K transfers.
Well, really?
Well, I'm trying to find what she said about it.
Are you serious, Gail? Come on. Shouldn't you be disagreeing with your husband? Didn't he kind of fuck you over? Didn't he hop on Linda Hamilton and stick his side sausage in her mouth and have his way with her?
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, she produced and co-wrote the original film with her former husband.
Is he sneaking away from Susie Amos and having his way with you, Gail?
This is what she says, in quote, "Let all those critics make their own movies and they can restore them as they see fit. That's my opinion. Jim, in every possible meaning of the word." what is this word? Overture? Overture? I'm getting ready to.
That's a very odd word.
Yeah, and whatever version he wants to release, everyone should be fine with. It's his film.
Really, Gail? Come on. Shouldn't you at least agree that film grain shouldn't be taken out, or you should at least preserve the natural look, not try to do a waxy enhanced version of it?
And she says,
Oh, how about this? If I was there, and she said that, in the words of Denzel Washington from Ricochet, "Oh, Gail, kiss my ass,
and then when asked about how many fans who grew up with these films
kiss my ass."
do feel a certain degree of ownership over them, she admitted, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Absolutely. We made the movie for the
Okay,
fans, not for the critics, even though we did get some lovely reviews. And so they're absolutely entitled to their opinion. But, Jim's entitled creatively to do absolutely how he sees fit. It's his creation.
okay, maybe I can understand that to a certain extent, but oh well. I guess. Do you know if she? I guess she sucks and blows, right?
I'm just seeing this. This is on Joe Blow.
I bet she had to do some Joe Blow with on somebody from over there,
Yeah.
or maybe she's on the Joe Blow.
Yeah. Blowing Joe, blowing.
Blowing Joe, blowing Cammy, and blowing Jamie, blowing James in secret. Maybe Susie Amos is getting a little dried up in the bedroom. Maybe Gail had a resurgence in her sex drive. I guess I don't know.
Snorting the coke off of Cammy's cock.
Yeah, she's enjoying the nicely flavored sausage of James. Maybe he's coming out with a new sausage. That's why he's gonna secretly come up with a new sausage. James Dean.
Yeah,
Or
it's not Jimmy Dean. It's gonna be Jimmy Candy Sausage.
Jamie Kimmy. Yeah, look at us here. We're having a little bit of fun with this.
Yeah, it's like
You
if you don't
guys
like
just
it,
the shit,
it's like if you don't like it, you can suck my sausage.
Yeah, she's she's snorting some of that James Cameron gravy.
Jimmy Candy Sausage.
The gravy, Jamie Cammie sausage. Yeah, but I bet Gail and Hurd still has the gravy, right?
This is what more violence, more anger, more
More
hate.
hatred. And we're gonna have a special cameo from the Red Hulk himself in it.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah, this is all from Joe Blow. It took a long time to come up with a title that I felt resonated with what's in the film. I don't think I could say too much about it until you actually see it and what it means. I don't know. He just goes on and on about it.
Speaking of Joe Blow, a YouTube video mentioned some of AVP Requiem being the worst alien film. I mean, yeah, I get the lighting and cinematography wasn't all the greatest. It was too dark. But the worst alien film? Nah. Nah.
Yeah. AVP too. Yeah, I can watch it, but it's heavily. Yeah, it's a lot of dark. You need like night vision to watch the movie.
Or really turn up the brightness on your 4K TV.
Yeah.
Honestly, he'd be the Orange Hulk. Remember, he's Orange Man bad.
Yeah. Did you hear about Nicolas Cage? He's playing John Madden.
You mean like the he started off as a Raiders coach and then became an NFL commentator?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is set to play the iconic football coach and broadcaster John Madden in a sports drama. you think Nicolas Cage is
Kamala Harris as Captain Marvel. Captain Woke Marvel, probably.
Yeah.
Orange Hulk Smasher. Freddy vs. Jason is better than both AVP movies. Well, kind of. I can understand that, but I didn't think the AVP movies were bad. They could have been better. I mean, I will admit, looking back, it was slightly disappointing, but there's some stuff I can appreciate in this sense too.
I
And
would say,
Cyber Warrior in the chat says, "How we doing?"
yeah, I never
We're
has
alive
been
and
seen.
kicking. That's what I can say.
I haven't
We
seen you in a
alive and
year.
kicking.
If Nicolas Cage is John Madden, I don't know how. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Uh,
I would pick Freddy versus Jason over AVP though.
Understandably so. Nicolas Cage is John Madden.
Okay,
Why couldn't you catch the football?
I was getting ready to say, do you think AVP, as far as the humans go, like which do you think has the better cast?
I'll be honest. I'm going to have to say the first movie had the better cast.
Like the Freddy versus Jason, or
Oh,
AVP, like the human characters?
oh, the human characters. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't.
Oh no, you good.
I feel like it's kind of even in a sense too. Maybe you can say Freddy vs. Jason has a slight edge in a sense too. I mean, most of the teenagers, most of them you don't really care about, except for like the main ones like Laurie, the one played by Jason Ritter, and Christopher Marquette. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And maybe what's her name, Kelly Rowland. I mean, I guess you can say she was annoying, but sometimes maybe she got a little bit likable towards the tail end, but AVP was worse. Well, human characters in terms of the film, I guess you can say were slightly worse, not much.
You can almost say they equal out, but at least
Or
AVP
yeah,
had
they kind of equal out. But
Lance Henriksen was an AVP at least.
yeah, he was one of the decent things about it. At least you can tell what was going on, so at least the cinematography was handled better in that one, despite the fact that it was PG-13.
I was like, it can't be the same director. Who directed Freddy vs. Jason? Ronnie
Yu.
Yeah.
I'll say this, yeah, Robert Englund was definitely on his A game. That was the last time we saw him as Freddy. But I heard a rumor that supposedly he was going to come back at some point and play Freddy, but I guess that's not going to happen now. I mean, he is in his 70s now?
Yeah, late 70s.
Yeah, he's going to be. Is it going to be like an old man Freddy?
Yeah. Like Gran Torino with Freddy?
Is he going to come from Monica Keena? Or maybe a character version? Maybe because, in real life, Monica Keena kind of fell apart. I don't know if she ever went to rehab or anything, but she was really out of it last Comic-Con. I think you even noticed that too, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can find it. I may have been like a couple of years ago, but she was like in the panel and she just would not sit still. She was just like mentally everywhere.
She was moving her eyes around a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She might as well be listening to the song Because I Was High by Afroman.
Yeah.
That's what she would be doing.
You could tell just something's just not right.
It's kind of Edward Furlong's fault for that, because he's the one that got involved with her, probably introduced her to drugs and all that other shit. That's probably what happened with her. So yeah, shame on you, Eddie Furlong. Even though I think recently he cleaned up. I mean, shouldn't he be trying to do the same for her or something? I don't know.
Do you think he'll ever have like a small return, if anything?
I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I mean, he might. The only return he might make is probably like the straight to streaming service or video service, probably. Not video, but like straight to media service probably will be more likely his deal. So
That'd be
that's
cool.
interesting. Good luck with that.
Yeah, so we'll 5 more minutes, and so for anybody you know wants to keep asking questions the last few minutes here, and yeah,
Yeah,
we have to plan something again because we haven't done a commentary in a while, and we can have me you or me you and Alex or me you and Matt. I mean, just you know,
yeah. Maybe we should do the redo the Roadhouse commentary since you mentioned you were going to be there, but you had stuff going on. So and it wasn't exactly the best solo commentary that I did by myself. So yeah,
that'd be fun.
or maybe Black Rain. I don't know.
Yeah, we're in the galaxy.
I just thought of that one. Black Rain. That was a really good, really Scott movie for sure in the late '80s. That really kind of brought him out of the box office failure funk that he was in because you know Blade Runner wasn't exactly a huge hit. Neither was Legend, nor Someone to Watch Over Me. So
Yeah, I revisited that film again, either early this year or it was definitely last year. But Black Rain's a entertaining movie.
yep.
Fatal Four Way.
Fatal. Me, you, Wildman, Scotty.
But isn't that five?
Yeah, isn't that like five? Yeah.
We'll have to figure out something. We'll have to be, we'll have to plan some kind of commentary or.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do a Fatal Four Way. Okay, I was looking at this. Yeah, we need a 6A. Who could be the fall guy? Who would that be?
The Fall Guy?
Our sixth guy.
Fabio or Matt? Rambarov, I mean, we'll have to get up at some point here. If I can, talk to him for an hour, that'd be great, just to.
Yep.
Yeah, Fabio, I think he would,
Yes, Fabio.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I'll ask him. But
So
I mean,
did you want to talk about that? I was going to ask you about your little vacation. Did you want to talk about that off stream, or are you okay with talking about it right now? Or
what? Oh, the vacation I have in a couple of weeks.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just going to the mountains for a family reunion.
Yeah, you said this is like toward the tail end of August. You're going.
Yeah, it's the last Friday of the month.
It's funny because I'm going to be doing something. Well, not going to the mountains, but I'm going to be definitely doing a vacation as well too. I'm going to be going down to the coast actually.
That'd be cool.
Down to Corpus. I hadn't been down there in I think since 1996. At least in Corpus. Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know if you heard the movie. It's called The Legend of Billie Jean with Helen Slater.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, it was actually filmed in Corpus. So yeah, definitely going to go down there and try to see if I can recapture some good memories that I went, down in Corpus back in the day. I even got a hotel booked and everything. I'm staying there till actually Monday. I'm actually going to be leaving sometime on Friday.
You said in Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
Isn't it the hotel down there where Selena was shot?
I don't remember which hotel it was in, but it was. I'm trying to even remember if it was in Corpus. It may have been somewhere else. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But it's technically not going to be in Corpus Christi. It's not going to be too far from there. But yeah, Wildman's pretty familiar with Legend of Billie Jean. It's definitely after Supergirl, and apparently, even sadly, Pat Bettnar said it was the worst movie ever, according to her mind. She said she was doing the song from the worst movie ever, which I think is a little bit harsh for her to say, unless if later she may have changed her mind. Who really knows? So it's kind of disappointing, bad mouthing a movie that you did you contribute a song for. Come on, it's not a perfect film, but come on, the worst movie ever? Nah.
Yeah, I got that film, but it's part of like an '80s teen beat collection pack, and has all these other like '80s teen movies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was great to have Scotty on here, and thank you, man, for joining in.
It's great to be here. I'm glad that we were able to do a kind of one-on-one live stream discussion of movies and stuff like that. We may have not gotten quite to everything, but I felt like we definitely had some nice little discussions, and definitely, little fun shoot the shit kind of moments for sure, especially when we're talking about
James Cameron.
the ridiculousness of James Cameron and his fucking ego, and how he's really just fallen from grace in terms of just filmmaking, and just going ass backwards, trying to think that he's trying to change the way on how film should look. It's just ridiculous.
He likes the smell of his own farts.
He likes the waxy buildup of his own ego.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, it's artificially inflated, and there's no intelligence.
He's basically almost becoming the AI villain that he was against back in those days.
Yeah, he's Skynet, damn it.
He's become Skynet. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself as the villain,
or see yourself distorted in 4K glory,
or disillusioned in AI enhancement technology. So yeah,
or AI nightmare fuel.
AI wax buildup.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna plan something again, and whether it be a commentary or something like that, or maybe we can get some ideas from the people.
It's possible.
But to everybody, thank you for hanging in there, and thank you for watching, and thank you, Scotty, for joining.
Thanks again for having me on, John. It's always a pleasure. And those in the chat, thanks for stopping by. From Alter to Bobby to Alex, aka Gabo, Wildman, Mr. D-Man, Sean Little, couple of interesting little troll people, I guess.
Yeah, we'll give them their 1 second to shine.
Yeah, their millisecond. Then we block them because we don't want to deal with their bullshit. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll give them 1 second.
Yeah, or give them the double 2 seconds.
Yeah. All right, dudes.
All right,
everybody.
Be easy, guys. Thanks again for having me on. May the Schwartz be with you.